never shy. We come out here day in and day out, teaching that the Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are the original Jews of the Bible. Now, the holidays of America has nothing to do with the God that wakes you up in the morning. The holidays of America has nothing to do with the God that wakes you up in the morning. So, when you finish cooking that food and dedicating that food to your idol, Cerelia, the Roman god of harvest, just know that the Most High Yahweh is not at the center of that holiday, nor was Cerelia. Thanksgiving was dedicated to the Most High of the Hebrews, but it was dedicated to an idol, to a Roman god at that, and her name is Cerelia, the Roman goddess of harvest. Thou shalt not commit idolatry. Thou shalt not have any other gods before me. That is the first commandment in the 10 Commandments. We should not have any other God before the Most High, Yahweh. But when we partake in these American holidays, we do just that, commit idolatry. Everyone in our house right now, cooking food, getting ready to have their offerings, their food offerings, their peace offerings, and their drink offerings ready to dedicate it to Ceres, the Roman goddess of harvest, which is an idol. The book of Exodus, chapter 20, and verse 1. And the Most High spake all these words, saying, I am Yahweh, thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. So, the Most High, the God of this Bible, Yahweh, he has delivered the children of Israel up out of Egypt. The Lord delivered us from hard bondage from the Egyptians, hard oppression from Pharaoh. And this is the thanks that the Lord gets. We turn around and we commit idolatry. We sacrifice food. We make peace offerings, drink offerings, meat offerings unto other gods. When we are supposed to be celebrating the Lord's feast days, giving praise, honor, exaltation, and glory unto Him only, but instead we give it unto an idol. Verse 4, thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. We shall not make graven images. When we sit at that table tonight, eat the turkey, the candy yams, the apple pie, the pineapple pie, guess what? Those food offerings, those drink offerings, those peace offerings are not to the Most High Yahweh, but they are dedicated to Cerelia, the Roman goddess of harvest. So, even when you partake in these holidays of America, right, and you say that it's for your family, but that festivity is dedicated to an idol. So, it doesn't matter. It doesn't make the festivity not dedicated to Cerelia, because you say, this is the time when family can get together, we all work. None of us have enough time to see each other on a daily basis. So we just gonna get together on Thanksgiving and say, I know the Lord don't want me to celebrate this holiday because it is in dedication to an idol. But I don't see my family. We work a lot. We all got love. So on this day that is dedicated to an idol, you make an excuse to celebrate this day that is dedicated to an idol by saying that I need to see my family. They work a lot. We don't get to see each other that often. There's always the next day, the day after that, the day after that, the week after that you can see your family and meet up. But on Cerelia, Thanksgiving, your peace, meat, and drink offerings, that turkey, those yams, collard greens, you dedicate that to Cyrus. And Cyrus was nowhere around. Cyrus did not deliver you from Egypt. Cyrus did not give Moses the power to divide the Red Sea so that you can cross. Cyrus had nothing to do with that, but yet you disrespect Yahweh. And then you say, we're celebrating Thanksgiving for the Lord. And then you pray over the food. You praying over the food. That did not make that festivity recognized by Yahweh. Exodus chapter 20 verse 5. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them, for I, Yahweh thy God, am a jealous God, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me. There's many ways to bow down to idols. You can physically bow down to a statue, and you can bow down to an idol as well by sitting at the table tonight, eating that turkey, eating them collard greens, eating them candy yams, and the pumpkin pie. You will bow down to Cyrus, the Roman god of harvest. You will commit idolatry, which is breaking the first commandment. Now we have to get away from idols. Every American holiday is dedicated to an idol. It's dedicated to another God, which Yahweh, the almighty power of the Bible and of the Hebrews, is against. The Lord will not give his glory to any other, nor his honor. But it is only us who want to keep these American holidays and say it's for the Lord. How much disrespect is that for the one who wake you up in the morning? You can celebrate Cerelia today, worship service tonight, and Yahweh can cause it so you will not wake up in the morning because of your idolatrous wicked act. Leviticus chapter 26 and verse what? Ye shall make you no idols, nor graven image, neither rear you up a standing image, neither shall ye set up any image of stone in your land to bow down unto it, for I am Yahweh, your God. We shall not make any idols. We shall make statues, make golden statues, silver statues, ornaments. We shouldn't stand them up to bow down, to worship them. Because when we do so, it is idolatry. And when we commit idolatry, we break the first commandment, which is in the 10 Commandments. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. Thou shalt not commit idolatry. When we celebrate Thanksgiving tonight, idolatry is what we are going to be committing. Excuse me, brother, can I ask you a question? All right. When we celebrate Thanksgiving tonight, idolatry is what a lot of you are going to be committing. The Lord is going to be angry. The Lord is going to be furious. The Lord will put those to death who commit idolatry and who have no regard for the Lord's word. Leviticus chapter 26 and verse 17. I will set my face against you, and ye shall be slain before your enemies. They that hate you shall reign over you, and ye shall flee when none pursueth you. If ye will not yet for all this hearken unto me, then I will punish you 7 times more for your sin. So, because of our disobedience unto the laws of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, those who hate us, those who oppress us, they will overthrow us. They will on our steps, and the Lord will make it so that we will be put to death by them. Why? Because tonight, Thanksgiving, Cerelia, a lot of you will serve Saris, the Roman god of harvest, and that is idolatry. But a lot of people don't want to hear it. Hello, sis, can I ask you a question? How you doing, Shannon? Do you celebrate Thanksgiving?
I will be part of it.
Right.
I'm trying to be part of this shit. The way we brought up like that, like not celebrating none of this stuff. But like, I don't know, like I was brought up as Muslim,
Right.
but like lately I've been like studying like the Wapu. So just like on some reason and shit.
Right.
You know, the right reasons.
Right. I definitely understand. Well, today is Thanksgiving tonight, right? But this festivity, it has the Americanized version, where so-called Christopher Columbus, the so-called discovered America, slaughtered 70,000 Native American Indians. And going back farther than that, this festivity is called Cerelia, and it is the worship of a Roman god called Cerelia. So when we partake in these American holidays, we commit idolatry, which is the first commandment. We should not have any other gods before God of the Bible. The Most High God has saved us from out of Egypt. No other God has saved us from out of Egypt but the God of the Bible. And when we do these things, commit idolatry, the Lord will send those who hate us. The Lord will raise them up. Put a spirit of hatred on them. Come on, us to them. Because we commit idolatry, right? Now, a lot of people, they celebrate these American holidays in the name of family. Because maybe they haven't seen their family or their family birthday, right? But that's not a justifiable excuse to commit idolatry.
Exactly.
But to them, it is.
Right.
But the Lord,
Party to them.
it's a party, but the Lord is going to put them to death. Why? Because that excuse that they gave, it was justifiable by them to commit idolatry, which the Lord is against, right? So hear this for a minute. Leviticus chapter 26 and verse 17. And I will set my face against you, and ye shall be slain before your enemies. They that hate you shall reign over you, and ye shall flee when none pursueth you. And if ye will not yet for all this hearken unto me, then I will punish you 7 times more for your sake. And I will break the pride of your power, and I will make your heaven as iron, and your and your earth as brass. So because of us being so godly, instead of finding out how we should serve the Lord according to how He wanted to serve Him, we want to serve the Lord our own way. We want to celebrate these American holidays, which are dedicated to other gods, to idols, the gods of the other nations. They're idols, they're statues of wood, silver, and gold. These holidays are dedicated to those gods, to those idols. When we celebrate them, us, the blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, as the original Jews of the Bible, the original Hebrews, not the white people. You see, they got mad when Kanye West and Kyrie Irving came out that they are the real Jews. They got mad. They screamed anti-Semitic.
Right.
But look though.
Everybody know they're the apostles.
Right. Don't you find it strange though, right? Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans, we can be anything else. We can be Muslims. We can be Christians. We can be Catholics, right? Now, if we come out and say that we're Muslims, Catholics, and Christians, it's not a problem. It's not a problem at all. But the minute we say that we're the original Jews, we are God's chosen people, it becomes a problem now. Right. Anti-Semitic. Now, me like myself and other brothers as well, the law enforcement gonna have it out for us. Even my own people that look just like me, because the majority of them think that what I'm saying is crazy. But a lot of people are not going to accept the Lord's word. So even if we commit idolatry, and we continue to do so, the Lord will raise up our enemies who hate us, and He will give them a spirit to put us to death because of our disobedience and our idolatrous wicked acts. Now, idolatry, we've been committing idolatry before we went into slavery. Even after we got out of slavery, we've been committing idolatry. Now, there's information out here, so the children of Israel will find out that they're committing idolatry, and a lot of people are content with being idol worshipers. So, because they're content with being idol worshipers, the Lord is going to cause a famine to happen, of starvation. And you celebrated that idol. You celebrated Cerelia, Thanksgiving. You made peace and drink offerings to sorry. You're in pain now because you're in hunger. You're in thirst. Cry to your God. Cry to your idol who you celebrate. Don't cry to me. Don't pray to me, but pray to your idol. The Lord, He's going to say that through His actions. Do not hear the prayers of those who constantly break His commandments. Now, keeping the commandments of the Lord is very important, because if we do not, then we don't have nothing. If we don't have the Lord, we don't have nothing. These people that rule over us now, they will continue to rule over us and do us dirty, and we will continue to march. No justice, no peace. That's it. That's the only thing we will continue to do, because we don't even know how to come together, right? For one, you got too many different religions. You got Christianity, you got Islam, you got Catholicism, you got Buddhism, you got Hinduism, you got different spiritualities, philosophies. Nowadays, every woman I come across is a tarot card reader, psychic palm reader. They're into that wickedness, right? But those things, they separate. Religion separates the children of Israel. All of us, Black, Hispanic, Native Americans, we are the children of the Lord, the 12 tribes of Israel. The law, statutes, and the commandments in this Bible, they are our customs that we should keep. And when we follow the American holidays, we keep the culture of those who oppress us. 1 John chapter 5. 1 John chapter 5, verse 21. Little children, keep yourselves from idols. So we got to keep ourselves from idols. How do we do that? How do we keep ourselves from idols? We keep ourselves from idols by understanding and getting knowledge that these holidays, these American holidays, are dedicated. They do not dedicate. They're not dedicated to the God that wakes you up in the morning, but they're dedicated to other gods, to idols, right? So we gotta keep ourselves away from idols, because the Thanksgiving food is good and all. It's good. And sometimes even your family might try to tempt you by saying, look, come over here and get some of this food, it's good. I got your favorite, what you like. And then your flesh want to eat, right? But it's your spirit that has the discipline. But it's your flesh that says, man, forget about what you stand for, man. Go over there and get some of that food. It's only food. You're not doing anything but eating. But the food that is being cooked on these days is idolatrous meat.
Right.
It's getting off of my item, but a lot of people, they say, oh, what's your family? We work a lot. We haven't seen each other. So that is their way of basically saying that, let me celebrate this idol if I want to celebrate this. Let me worship this idol if I want to worship this idol. I'm going to pick God at the forefront of this holiday. I'm going to pray and say in the name of God. But in reality, though, that festivity is dedicated to the God that it was dedicated for. Now, this is the book of Romans, chapter 10, verse 2. For I bear the record that they have a zeal of God, but not according to knowledge. So I bear my people, the Blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, we do have a zeal to serve God, because that's why we are in these religions, Christianity, Islam. We have a zeal to serve God. We are a spiritual people. We want to serve the Lord, but the way that they tell us how to serve the Lord in these religions, it is not the way how to serve the Lord according to the law, statutes, and commandments. It is dangerous.
It's harmful.
It's dangerous and it's harmful.
You notice how, you notice how, I don't know, you know how they got stuff to manipulate the weather and shit, right? Every Saturday, you notice, they be holding them over. Every Saturday, all of a sudden, the day they want to go out and spend money, it's the only day out the week that they have to themselves. All week long, you can't even be home, you working and shit. You can't even spend that much time with your children. Then it's like, every time these so-called holidays come around, like, you notice, you see the weather today? Like, I ain't even cold. I ain't cold at all. Usually, I'm like, it's cold out here. I can tell it's cold, but it feel like I don't know if it's the energy that's coming off from everybody doing the same fucking thing at the same time, with the same ideology in their head. It gives off a certain energy. Like, I don't know if that's changing the weather, or the Lord is changing the weather today, or is the people that's in control of the masses, is they manipulate the weather. That's how wicked it is. Like, you don't even know. Like, I ain't even want to come outside today. I just took a walk.
Right.
I just want to take a walk. I ain't even want to come outside, but it's just like a different energy. All like I felt like I heard like all outside. It sounded like a party outside. Like when I was looking outside my block out my window, it just sounded like it's different today. Like it's the same thing. Every so-called Easter, you notice how the weather just rain like crazy the whole day. Like the weather just be like significantly different on these so-called holidays. Like I be wondering why. Like I don't know. This type of Ramadan come around, I do not even. I got like this girl that's supposed to be what I thought she was my friend. She into the Islam, whatever, you know. And like we not even like. She treat me totally different now. Like because she knows that I'm like, I done got away from her, free myself from that stuff. And she just like, she always being smart. She got all this money. And like, I'm asking for like, where was some money? And she be like, oh, I don't have it. You know, when I call her, she, you know, so I don't even call her no more. You know, she won't help me if I need help. Shit like that. It's crazy.
Right,
it's
basically just a friend for their benefit.
Yeah,
for
but
their
you know, people, it's sad. It's really sad. Like that Ramadan shit, like, it's the same thing. Like, I started feeling like damn. Like at first I was like, damn. Like I started like listening to other people like, oh man, you go to hell. You go to the hellfire. You can't turn your back on the word of the Lord. You can't listen to it. You're gonna feel different. I feel so much better since I left all that stuff.
I commend you for that. I commend you for that because
and I ain't afraid at all.
Right, I commend you for that. You know what? Because when Muhammad, when he first formed Islam, there was two groups of people he was looking at. And these two groups of people, they went by doctrine. Right. Muhammad was looking at the Christians, and he was also looking at the Jews. A lot of the customs that's in the Bible, Muhammad liked it very well. Too much that supposed to keep the dead, I'm supposed to eat shrimp, crab, lobster. That is in the book. That is in the Torah, the book of Leviticus, right? The belief system, the monotheism belief system of one God. When Islam was first created, the Arabs, the Ishmaelites who come from Ishmael, they were worshiping 360 gods, each god for each day of the day. So Muhammad, he saw that the monotheism belief system that the Hebrews had of one God, he liked it that so much. Muhammad got rid of all of those 358 idols. He kept one. That one idol that he kept is that cobblestone that they say that comes from out of the sky. That's the space one. Inside that stone. I mean, well, inside like the little tabernacle. Inside the little tabernacle is the rock, which is called the Kaaba. Right? That Kaaba is one of the idols that Muhammad is. One idol that Muhammad kept. Now every Muslim gotta go to Mecca and pay homage to that idol once in their life. Right? Now Muhammad, even when it comes to Ramadan, there's a feast day. It's not a feast day, but it's an ordained day where we fast. It is called the Day of Atonement. From sundown to sundown, that's 24 hours. No food, no water. Muhammad, he saw that. And when he saw that, he liked it. He took that concept, threw the name away, put Ramadan on it, added more days.
Yeah, it's just like, it's really unnatural. It's very unhealthy. It's so unhealthy. Like, to not, like, everybody, like, once you're at the age of puberty, like, when you're at the age of puberty, like, you need nutrition and sustenance and all that. Especially, like, out here in this world, you gotta get up and do something every day. Like, it don't make sense. That's my main thing. Like, and she, my friend, she was like, she said, well, my ex-friend, she was like, who are you? Who are you? I said one sentence. Every sentence I was saying, she was cutting me off right in the middle. Because I was like, I got some little skeptical issues, but I don't agree with everything in the Quran. And who are you to, what? Who are you to say that you have no power, no right to say that you have no right to say if you're going to hell or if you're not going to hell? I'm like, what the hell? What she was saying didn't make no sense.
Right, a lot of people don't really
and they get very hostile. Some people ain't ready for the type of, when you become like awoken kind of way, people become hostile. A lot of people ain't ready for this shit. You know, not to call it shit, but a lot of people are not ready for what you have to, what you want to put on them. You really ain't, you just trying to help them, but really, only thing they can do is follow example, but they realize that it's a lot of people, I know so many people that left the Islam so many people.
I got family, you know what I'm saying? Romans chapter 10 and verse 3. For they being ignorant of God's righteousness and going about to establish their own righteousness, have not submitted themselves unto the righteousness of God. So, we have a zeal to serve God. Where in Christianity and Islam, we have a zeal to serve God, we're spiritual people. But we go about it the wrong way. We want to keep Ramadan. That's not the Day of Atonement. Muhammad stole that from us. You know what I'm saying? We want to establish our own righteousness. We want to keep these American holidays, and we want to say it's for God, and we want to pray and ask God to basically bless the meat. How is the Lord going to bless? How is the Lord going to bless a meat offering, a drink offering, and a peace offering that is dedicated to Cerelia, the Roman goddess of harvest? It is idolatry. Just like when Hebrews go to Mecca and they pay their homage, they're paying their homage to an idol. That idol did not deliver you out of Egypt from bondage. It was there all along. It didn't deliver you. The idol was not here. Like, the idol doesn't wake us up. The idol does not wake us up in the morning. All it is an idol. It's a rock, a space rock that fell in space. That's all it is. Yeah. But yet, even the Arabians, right? Like the Arabians, they don't eat shrimp, pork, crab, and lobster. But someone like the Muslim people, the Hebrew man, well, the Hebrew Israelites. Right. Yeah, all of us are Hebrew Israelites by nationality, but we don't know. And because we don't know, we have a zeal to serve God, but we don't serve the Lord according to the way He wants us to serve Him, by keeping His laws, statutes, and commandments, and not committing idolatry. So because we have a zeal to serve the Lord, we go about serving the Lord by establishing our own righteousness on how we think the Lord wants us to serve Him. I think, or on how we think we should serve the Lord, rather than us serving the Lord how He wants us to serve Him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
That's the main trick.
Of course. And these pastors, they know for a fact that all of these American holidays are dedicated to other gods and other idols. But people, the Lord's people, for one, we do not see the words of the Lord. Why? Because we are destroyed people. Now, we are destroyed for one because we take counsel of everything else. We take counsel from any other philosophy, doctrine, but we don't take counsel from the words of the Lord, right? So I'm going to read you this, Isaiah chapter 30, verse 1. The book of Isaiah, chapter 30, verse 1. Woe to the rebellious children, that saith Yahweh, that take counsel, but not of me, that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin. So, we take counsel. Us as the children of Israel, we take counsel from other religions, who worship other idols, other gods. We take counsel from these other religions. These other philosophies, they don't tell us how to truly serve the Lord. They don't tell us what we really need to be hearing. They just tell us things to make us feel like we're following the right thing. In actuality, we're not. Because we are covering with another covering. We are covering ourselves with a spirit that is not of the Lord's spirit. We're in Islam, that's not the spirit of the Lord. Those who celebrate Thanksgiving tonight, that's not the spirit of the Lord. That's the spirit of Cerelia, the Roman goddess of harvest. Pastors know this. They probably don't know, they do know.
Yeah, you know.
But if I know, I'm not going to celebrate. I'm not going to willingly cover myself with a covering of a ice because I will be doing idolatry. Isaiah chapter 30 verse 8. Now go, write it before them in a table and note it in a book, that it may be for the time to come, forever and ever, that this is a rebellious people, lying children that will not hear the law of the Lord. We are rebellious. We don't want to hear the law of the Lord. Everybody want to celebrate Thanksgiving tonight, but when you sit around a table, you eat that pork, which is abominable food by the Lord. We are not allowed, we are not supposed to eat swine at all. It is abominable. When we sit around the table and we eat these foods, we are, and then we got the audacity to sit around a table filled with unclean food and pray to the God who delivered us from Egypt. We have no respect for the Lord. If anybody celebrates Thanksgiving tonight, don't be surprised if you don't wake up tomorrow morning. Because idolatry, the Lord will not stand for his people committing wicked acts. Idolatry is what America has had it doing for 400 plus years. If the Lord was to send fire down from heaven right now and destroy every house that has a Thanksgiving table set up with food, right? So Richard, the Roman god is a part that's an idol. Everybody loves to say they don't serve idols, they don't serve other gods. But little do they know, you celebrate every American holiday the white man tell you to. Christmas, Easter, New Year's, you celebrate, you worship the Greek god Janus of beginning and end, of transition into beginning and ending. You celebrate Easter, which is Ishtar, a Babylonian god. That is idolatry. But people who are in religions, they have a zeal to serve God. Because they got a zeal to serve God, they go about it the wrong way. Establishing their own righteousness. I want to serve God how I want to serve God. Let me serve God my way. Let me serve God the way I want to serve God. You continue to serve God the way you want to serve God. And when all hell breaks loose, and when the famine ends, the Lord will cause those who committed idolatry to starve to death, to die without thirst, and their bodies will be the food for the birds of the air. That's a terrible way to die. And not only this, but a terrible way to die is living your whole life believing in Christ, and then Christ saying, get away from me, I never knew you, because you committed idolatry. You broke my Father's commandments. The Lord is not about lip service. Every Christian is about lip service. If you let the Lord keep his commandments, if you don't, you're prepared for death, slaughter, and destruction. Isaiah chapter 30, verse 10, which say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things, speak unto us smooth things, prophesy deceits. So even the children of Israel are so wicked, they don't want to hear that they got to follow the commandments of the Lord. They don't want to hear that they have to stop committing idolatry. They say, don't tell me that I got to keep the commandments of the Lord, but tell me that shrimp is okay. Tell me that crab, lobster is okay. Catfish, oyster, clam, mussel, scallop, snails. Tell me that it's okay for me to eat. Tell me what I want to eat. Tell me that I can be a psychic, that I could be a tarot card reader, and the Lord will still accept me. Tell me that I can celebrate Cerelia tonight, and the Lord will still accept me.
They make songs about it.
They make songs about it.
I ain't perfect, but the Lord still loves me.
Exactly.
I don't believe that. Yo, I had this relationship. I got he said I was the first person. He said I was like crazy because I said I don't believe that And they put this whole image out that there's no perfect person. Says who?
Right.
Says who? Like, I think that is the most wicked thing to say that nobody is perfect. Like, why can't somebody be perfect? Why? Like, why is it such a bad thing to be perfect? Like, who say, like, it's crazy.
Right, we can be perfect. Here you go right ahead. Right, they pick that image out that we cannot be perfect,
yeah,
right?
like it don't, like, no human can be perfect. Like, that don't make sense to me. Like personally in my heart,
Right.
I don't believe that.
Right.
Sometimes I feel like I'm perfect a little bit. Like, but people be like, they be saying like that's crazy talk. They break down the whole English definition of the word and all that. Like, wait, all that is nonsense. It's about what I feel. Like, what I feel in my heart, I go by what I feel in my heart. Like the heart gotta, you can't like live. Like they say, like the heart is like an organ. How can you feel so many emotions? Me personally, I don't think all our emotions come from our brain. I think a lot of them come from our heart. Like, because it's spoken about in the Bible and like other people talk about the heart. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's like from my heart, I feel like that perfect thing. I feel like that's just like a real major mind trick.
Right, we can be perfect. I got you right here.
You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, I thought I was like the only one with that.
The book of Psalms, chapter 19 and verse 7. The law of Yahweh is perfect, converting the soul. The testimony of the Lord is sure, making wise the simple. The laws of the Lord, which are the commandments in this Bible, they are perfect.
Right.
And when you apply the commandments of the Lord to your life, you become perfect.
Yeah.
Right? When you apply the commandments of God to your life, when you stop eating shrimp, crab, lobster, when you stop celebrating Thanksgiving and these American holidays, when you stop dabbling in homosexuality, guess what? You become perfect. Right? The law of the Lord is perfect, converting the soul. The testimony of the Lord is sure, making wise the simple. So now, the simple are those who celebrate American holidays, commit idolatry. The simple are those who will celebrate service tonight by giving peace drink offerings unto her. Right? That is the simple.
They're gonna get drunk too.
Exactly.
They had to look into the menu, all that.
That is the simple. Right? But when the laws of God
Mad money on it.
exactly.
Mad money, big.
Just to worship their idol, their God. You know what I'm saying? But the law is what makes us perfect. The law is what makes us perfect. When we keep the laws of God, when we come to our lives, we are perfect in the eyes of the Most High. You understand?
Yeah.
In the sight of the Lord, we become perfect. We're going to get tempted. We're going to be tempted as long as we live on the earth. Right? But when we keep the commandments of the Lord and apply it to our lives, we become perfect in the eyes of the Most High. That is how we become perfect, by keeping the commandments, right? Now I'm going to teach you this. The book of Colossians, chapter 2, verse 8. Beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit, after the tradition of men, after the rudiments of the world, and not after Christ. So, we have to beware while we're on this earth, right? Because everybody says that their doctrine is the way. The Islamic doctrine not the way. I've been coming up here since I've been coming up here, I've never seen right here.
Oh, yeah.
They tried to discredit the doctrine of the Lord. I showed them in their Quran that the Lord chose the nation of Israel, who come out of Jacob, but not Ishmael. I showed them. And once I showed them that, they went about their way. The doctrine of the Lord cannot be defeated. We have to beware of different philosophies, different doctrines, because people will tell us that their doctrine or their religion is the way. But no other doctrine prophesies about the ending of time. Quran doesn't. No other book prophesies about the ending of time. No other book prophesies about the drying up of the Euphrates River. But the Bible, the Euphrates River is drying up. It's dried up.
You guys have seen that?
The Bible talks about it.
Something on the TikTok. Yesterday I seen it.
Right. The Bible talks about that. So if the Bible talks about that, and it's actually happening, what does that tell you about the Bible and about the God of the Bible? That He is real, right? None of these gods of these holidays are real. They're idols, right? We gotta beware. We should not let any man, right, deceive us by vain words, by words that might sound nice. They might have to talk nice and articulate their words clear, right? But when you look at their doctrine and their philosophy, and it don't match up with what is going on in the earth, you gotta calm down the garden. But this right here, it says Euphrates River is drying up. And what do we see today? Euphrates River is drying up, right? This right here says that the original Jews went through the transatlantic slave trade. The transatlantic slave trade is in this Bible. The ancestors of the blacks in North America came here through the transatlantic slave trade. The Bible prophesies about that before it even happened. And what that actually happened on this earth. And the Bible spoke of that way before it even happened. What does that tell you about the Bible? And what does that tell you about the God of the Bible? That He is real. All of these other idols, they're fake. They're fraud. People might bow down to them, but these idols will not save them at all. Right? I have another scripture for you.
I appreciate you.
I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you, kid. I appreciate you. You know, you started about me because I never read the Bible. I never read it. Like, but I'm hearing parts of it. Different times in my life lately, I'm hearing about it. So I never read it. And it's funny with Kanye, like, he actually like he's starting the most important sport. And then there's like no people of color that's in power that's like really like coming together and like really backing him up.
Right.
Because he got some powerful influence. And there's other people that got that same kind of power. Ain't nobody backing up. Like, y'all can't be that afraid of these things. They call them those people. You know, how they say like you come up missing and get killed and all that stuff. Okay, when does that ever stop them? When does that ever stop any of our people from speaking up? They've been getting killed. That ain't nothing new.
Right.
You know?
Right.
So like, why is that a big issue?
They're afraid. They're afraid. You know what I'm saying? They just want to keep their position that they have.
Right.
This is the book of Jeremiah.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 11, verse 12. Then shall the cities of Judah and the inhabitants of Jerusalem go and cry unto the gods, unto whom they offer incense, but they shall not save them at all at the time of their trouble. So, the gods that a lot of these people are going to be worshiping tonight, sorry, the The Lord is going to cause wickedness to sweep the streets of America. And people are going to, oh God, help me, God. He's going to laugh. He's going to say, no, look, pray to that God who you was having a feast for the other day. The Lord has a sense of humor. But those who continue to disobey his commandments and then act like it's okay, then act like they want to serve the Lord after they just got done celebrating a feast that was offered to an idol, the Lord's going to laugh at them. He's going to allow them to be destroyed. Because it's either you're going to be 10 toes down for the Lord, you're going to be with the Lord all the way, or you're not going to be with him at all. You cannot have one foot in, nor one foot out.
Yeah, like being on the fence.
Exactly. You can't be straddling the fence. You can't be doing.
Because I've been struggling with the drug addiction thing. Like I'm doing good so far. It's been like some days now. You know what I mean? Like I've been doing good. Like
Right, you gotta fight that.
Yeah.
The urge. We all gotta go.
the urge ain't even the people. You know what? I beg to differ about the urge, because the urge, I don't know what that actually means, but I think they calling it the wrong thing, because it ain't even really the urge. Is not being like empowered enough to have the strength to feel good about making a better choice.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, cause if you know, I had them days where I'm like I feel like no feelings either way, whichever bad choice or good choice. Like I had like no feelings about either one of them. Like, what is that? Like, that's why I don't really go by the urge. The urge ain't really the thing. The thing that's more powerful is not having no feelings about doing right and wrong.
Right.
Like not having no conscience about it.
Right, that right there.
When you
that's
lose
dangerous.
that, yeah, that's when you're in danger.
Right.
The urge ain't, that's nothing.
Right.
That shit can over, that can come, you know, you can go past that. Cause like every drug addict comes to a point where you like get this dry spell where it's like it don't do nothing for you anymore. The chemicals that you're indulging in, for whatever reason you're doing it for, you don't even like it, whatever's going on, it's just going down. You know what I mean? It's like you have no other path to go but the better path. You know what I mean? Like,
Exactly.
and it's almost like it's like it was meant to be. That's how I feel. Like it was meant to be. I feel like that because like I be like I used to be like scared to come out, not really scared to come outside, but I'm getting better because it used to be like, because I don't work right now, so it's like, they be like, oh, the idle time is the devil's playground. I don't really believe that either, you know, but it's because I believe in what they mean by it,
Right.
what they call it, idols,
Right.
and the stamp they put on certain things is you mind fucking people's heads up. The way you put the wrong labels on things, this shit is serious.
Right.
It's a serious thing when you like wake up and it's like every day like don't want to do nothing. Like they have no spirit, no anything unless it's a drug move.
Right.
That's terrible.
Right, that right there, you know, I'm gonna give you one, I'm gonna answer your question, right? I'm gonna answer, you know, about that thing, about
Psalms chapter 96 and verse 5. For all the gods of the nations are idols, but Yahweh made the heavens. So, all of the gods of the other nations, whether it be whites, Chinese, Japanese, Arabs, East Indians, Africans, all of their gods are idols, right? All of their gods are idols. So when we celebrate these American holidays, we commit idolatry. And when we commit idolatry, we break the first commandment of the 2 commandments. Thou shalt not bow down to any other god. Thou shalt not make a graven image of wood, stone. I'm gonna get this one.
God do me something? So now a lot of people don't understand, right? Like people think that Satan, he just mess with people just because he feel like that. That's not how it works though. The Lord created angels, gave angels God. The Lord created, all of us got a guardian angel. Shalom. All of us got a guardian angel. The Lord created Satan. Gave Satan's job, right? Satan's job.
The book of Job, chapter 1, and verse 6. Now there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before Yahweh, and Satan came also among them. Now the sons of the Lord are the angels. The angels, they went up to the heavens where the Lord sits. Satan came amongst them, right? When they went before the Lord, they presented to the Lord their work of what he gave them to do, right? Verse 7, and the Lord said unto Satan, whence comest thou? Then Satan answered the Lord and said, from going to and fro in the earth, and from walking up and down in it. So the Lord said to Satan, where are you coming from? Satan said, I'm coming from the earth, from walking up and down in the earth, looking for whoever I may devour, looking for whoever I may turn against you, right? Whether it be temptation, drug addiction, whatever type of temptation, whether it be lust, tarot card readings, idolatry, Satan's job is to get us to those things so he can prove to the Lord that we never was released to the Lord anyway. So the Lord is saying right. Job chapter 1 verse 8. And the Lord said unto Satan, hast thou considered my servant Job, that there is none like him in the earth, a perfect and an upright man, one that feareth God and excuseth evil? Then Satan answered the Lord and said, does Job fear God for nothing? So the Lord said to Satan, have you considered my servant Job, that there is nobody like him, that he hates evil, that he hates every false way, that is not my step? Have you considered the tip of my servant Job, that follows me, that is a perfect man, that keeps the law? Have you considered the tip of him to try to get him no respect for me? Has not thou made an hedge about him, and about his house, and about all that he has on every side? Thou hast blessed the work of his hands, and his substance, his increase, and the land. But put forth thy hand now, and touch all that he hath, and he will curse thee to thy face. So now, everything away from him that you gave him, he's going to curse you. To your face, he's going to stop following you, right? Verse 12. And the Lord said unto Satan, behold, all that he has is in thy power, only upon himself, but not forth thine head. So Satan went forth from the presence of the Lord. So Satan, he doesn't have any power to tempt us at all. Before he does anything, you gotta get approved from the Lord. Satan gotta consider us. Yeah, Lord, I consider her right there. Think she trained you for nothing? She gave her everything that she had. Take this away from her. Give me the power to send her temptation. The reason for the temptations is to get us to go straight from the Lord, right? Now, I'm going to get you the job that Satan was sitting there for. First Peter chapter 5, verse 8. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour. That roaring lion is Satan. Satan is walking up and down the earth as a spirit, looking for whoever he may devour to get them to turn from the Lord. Whether it be temptations, drug addictions, lust, fornication, adultery. If Satan can put thoughts in your mind, if Satan can command his demons to put thoughts in your mind to get you to go against the Lord, and if you allow it to, if you follow those thoughts in your mind, then Satan will say to the Lord, see, I told you she was going to fold. I told you he was going to fold. I told you that they wasn't that serious. Satan's job is to tempt us with temptation. But the Lord is allowing Satan to use such things. Because Satan want to prove to the Lord that we're not worthy to get the kingdom. And the Lord want to prove to Satan that. And the Lord wants to prove to Satan that we are going to resist the temptation. But Satan is out to prove to the Lord that we're not worthy at all. We're just going to continue to mess up and mess up. Verse 9. Whom resist steadfast in the faith, knowing that the same affliction are accomplished in your brethren that are in the world. So, the temptation you might have, other people might have the same temptation, right? A little bit off topic. My weed was my drug marijuana. May the 5th, 2014, I made a vow to the Lord. I would never smoke weed again in a day of my life. 9 years I haven't smoked. 9 years of blending turkey flips. I uphold that vow I made to the Lord because I know even sometimes a definite family might happen. And you know, whenever a definite family happens, you get depressed, right? A definite family happens, I get depressed. Say and pick that thought in my head. Yeah, you depressed, go smoke some weed. Yeah, do that. But he knew what Satan's job is, and he knew what he was created for. I know that I gotta resist that temptation because I made a vow. If I break that vow, you know what I'm saying, because of Satan saw the time that I was in as an opportune time to put that spirit of depression on me. And if I smoke that weed, right, the Lord is liable to kill me in my sleep. I voluntarily made a vow. I'm 9 years clean. You know what I'm saying? That's honorable unto the Lord. So if I can get, I was tempted too. I was tempted. The first 5 minutes after I made that vow. Next day, next week, the 3rd week, the 4th week, 3 months after I made that vow, I was tempted. I'm still tempted to go back on my vow, what I made to the Lord, you know what I'm saying? But I made a vow to the Lord. That's more important. And when also we resist temptation, it will establish. It will establish us, right? So we will not be able to be moved. When we set our mind on something that we're going to do, we're going to do it. And we're going to be strong enough, spiritually, you know what I'm saying, to resist, to not fall into the temptation because of how we're feeling, right, in certain situations. But the God of all grace, who has called us into his eternal glory by Christ Yahweh Shai. After that, you suffer a while, make you perfect, establish, strengthen, settle you. After a while, we get tempted by temptation, right? The temptation, right? We're going to get tempted a while. We're going to get tempted by family members. We're going to offer it to us. Friends going to offer it to us, right? No, I'm cool on that. I'm straight. Resist. As you continue to resist it, weeks, months, years will go by. You're going to be settled in your thought. You're going to be strengthened. And you're going to be established. Then I got a goal. Right. My goal is to not give into what I used to give into. You know what I'm saying? My goal is to resist, and I'm going to continue to resist. And I want to leave you with this, all right? Jeremiah chapter 17 and verse 9. The heart is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked. Who can know it? So the heart, we're not talking about the organ and cold blood. We're talking about the heart, which is the mind. Our minds are desperately wicked and deceitful. How are they deceitful? Lord will give Satan the power. He can with his thoughts in our head to get us to go against the Lord by committing idolatry, giving into our temptation, committing fornication, adultery, and spiritual idolatry, spiritual fornication. Alright? Verse 10. I, Yahweh, search the heart. I try the reins, even to give every man according to his ways, and according to the fruit of his due ways. So the Lord will judge us according to our doings. Our mind can lead us away from the Lord if we allow it. Satan will command his demons to make wicked thoughts in our head. Our minds will get us, and our mind can make the thoughts against the Lord if we allow it. We have the power, we have the strength to do the right thing or do the wrong thing. Right? Satan knows that. Oh yeah, so I can get to them if I pay thoughts in their mind. So, what is the best way to be prepared for the enemy trying to attack you? You gotta learn how your enemy operates.
Right.
If you know that Satan, which is our enemy, Exactly, be established. How do we get established? By understanding that you can't resist the thoughts in your head. You gotta resist those temptations that he put in our head. Then we will be strengthened, strong, right? And whatever temptation that we're from, it won't affect us at all. It won't. Oh, yeah, that's definitely it. So
I mean, not on it, but like looking at stuff.
Shalom, shalom, we are the disciples of Yahweh Shai. We come out here day in and day out, teaching that the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are the original Jews of the Bible. Everyone at home cooking. Meat offerings, peace offerings, drink offerings, who worship sorrows. I pray that the Lord let fire rain down from heaven and destroy your houses with the idols. I would say, Shemai, Yasha Allah, Yahweh, Allah Yanawah, Yahweh Akkad. It is here, O Israel, Yahweh our power, Yahweh is one.